You can order your NECA figures at Big Bad Toy Store at the link in the description. Do it before they sell out. Pokemon, Kaiju, Dragon Ball, and more. It's Steven's Toy Reviews. Yellow collector Steven here, and oh boy, this is a very fun video because as you can tell by the title, we got something very special coming down the pipeline from NECA, and I also get to do the thing that I say I don't like doing, and a lot of people say they don't like doing, but in reality, I really like doing. I really like doing. Because, I don't know. Should have been a carpenter because I hit the nail on the head. Anyway, so Steven here, like I've said, and we have big news today. You're seeing a select amount of figures here with something in common. We have Godzilla 1962 over here. From NECA, we have the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2019, who will be soon fighting Kong from Skull Island from Playmates and the Mezco Kong. So why are we here today? Again, from the title of the video, NECA just announced they are doing a King Kong figure. Oh, so yeah, you're going to see some pictures that are going to be showing up throughout this video. But you're noticing that I have a very unique setup here. And the reason I have this unique setup is I wanted to show you what this may look like, so this way you can prepare for this Kong to go on your shelf. So, NECA 7-inch scale Kong. That's except for it's not 7 inches. It's actually 8 inches. So if we can just, before throwing this picture of Kong up, which will be here, and I'll probably bleed over, but you're just going to have to deal with it because, hey, this is better than nothing. 8 inches is about right there where my middle finger is pointing. So you can see about how big that is. So NECA just dropped this news today. So let's go ahead and read through the product description that we have listed up here from BBTS. NECA is excited to add another kaiju to its collection. At long last, King Kong will be joining NECA's action figure line. King Kong is an original take on the classic gorilla with super detailed hair and battle wounds across the body and head sculpts. This massive figure stands at 8 inches tall with over 30 points of articulation. Included with the figure are 2 heads with varied expressions, a pair of open hands, and closed hands. Window box packaging with opening 5th panel front cover. So very similar to the ultimate display boxes that we have. So essentially what we're going to have is we're going to have a Kong figure, 2 different heads, a pair of splayed hands, and a pair of fists. Very, very neat. So as you can see here by the promo pictures, as it is suggested, this is definitely going to be NECA's own unique take on the big guy here. And you know what? Let's go ahead and just take a look at some of these pictures. So one thing that NECA is really good at is providing those stock pictures where we're just going to be able to see the figure against the white background. So this way we can get a clear image of what everything looks like. And again, in one of those stock pictures, we can see Kong standing next to a wooden ruler that he stands about 8 inches tall. So they did a great job with the photography on this one, and we can see that Kong is in a forest setting, he's in a jungle, and we can see use of all the alternate head sculpts, the 2 head sculpts that he comes with. Now, what's interesting is that when they first promoted this figure, they showed the promotional pictures, they only showed the roaring head sculpt, and they didn't show the more classic 1933 head sculpt, which is very nice. I have to say that I do like it. Apparently someone's been spreading around on different groups that they're considering swapping that alternate classic, I'll call it, Kong head sculpt for a closed mouth. To be honest, I don't want that. I want the extra head sculpt as well. Give me all 3. I'll gladly pay $1 more if that's what it has to be. So MSRP on this guy looks to be about $24.99, which goes in line with everything else that NECA sells at about this unique price point and size because, hey, we have some standalone figures like some Xenomorphs. We've had a couple of Predators around that price point. You know, a couple of odds and ends. They typically go around $25. So that is very great to see. Now, one of the things that I really want to pick apart here from these pictures is you can see that NECA really did put some effort into this release. taking a really close look at these pictures, and I mean as close as we're going to be able to realistically get, let's take a look at the points of articulation. So we're going to go ahead and assume that Kong's head plugs into his body on a ball joint, and then we have swivel hinge for the shoulders. We clearly have a dedicated bicep swivel here, which is amazing. As we can see, Kong can not only throw a punch, but he can also bang his chest, which is awesome. We have double elbow hinges, which, knowing NECA, those also have swivels in there because they're discs in the actual elbow and they plug into the bicep and the forearm on pegs. Therefore, we have extra swivels. The wrists are, pegs that plug into the forearms, and then the hands are on hinges, so that's not really all that great, and I think NECA could do better on that, but hey, you know what? We'll take it where we can get it. And then we do have what looks to be a ball-jointed ab crunch, probably ball-joint hips, which is just fine if they can do that, or they're going to have the typical NECA-style hip system where one just plugs into the other. That's fine. That shouldn't be a big issue. It looks like we have double hinge knees, which is amazing. And if you take a look at some of the pictures, it looks like the ankles on this thing are going to have fantastic rockers attached to them. So it looks like Kong is going to be able to basically be put in essentially any pose that you want to get this guy in. Now, at the time of me recording this section of the video, their post on Instagram for their announcement of Kong has 13,780 likes. For reference, their announcement of the 2019 capture of Splinter TMNT set has 13,540. In one day, King Kong, a kaiju, which many people have said, oh, kaiju don't sell too well, has gained more likes than one of NECA's most popular TMNT related posts. It has actually almost the same amount of likes, Kong does, as their announcement for all of the accessories for their Ultimate 2018 Michael Myers. Yeah, that's right. So just so this way we can kind of go ahead and put this all into a very unique perspective here. King Kong on day one, not, a week later after word starts to spread around a bit more. No, day one, it looks like Kong comes in swinging and banana slamma commands the attention of nearly all action figure collecting communities. Kong clearly is king here, and I really don't know what to say except for I'm excited. Being a fan of NECA and action figures in general, I've always sort of seen what potential lies in there for some of their figures, and I can always say, this could be a little bit better, or, that could maybe be a little bit better. But taking a look at Kong just for the bare bones stripped right down the middle, if we're going to have to just go like that, Kong looks to be a success so far. So long as the quality control can hold up, I mean, 2 thumbs up. I'm already going to say that's probably even in contender for figure of the year. Not impressed with the size. I wish it were a little smaller. Let's just say about the size of the Playmates Kong. I would really appreciate that. But we're getting a ton of joints, and it looks to be very good. Now, on this note, you're probably thinking, well, what else could they do with that? Because, as we all know, NECA likes to reuse their sculpts. They like to do repaints. They like to do small retools. You're probably going to get a black and white variation at some point in the future. So do keep that in mind. Am I going to get it? I'm going to say no, but I'll probably wind up with it at some point. So, with that being said, this looks to be extremely popular because this looks to be very, very well done. Now, it's a blessing. But like I said, this also means that I get to do the thing that I say and others say they don't like doing, and that's say, I told you so. But in reality, I'm one of those kind of guys where I like saying that. So this is a shining example of exactly what NECA can do in some aspects. This is a very good figure over here, the 1962 Godzilla. Houndstever. For years, others and I have said NECA has not brought their A game to kaiju. Pacific Rim, no. Godzilla, Some very good examples, I would say B+ game, not A game. What am I talking about? Gypsy Danger, no elbow rocket. Can't really do that. Nope. Can't do the signature thing. You know what I'm talking about. Can't really do that. They all like to explode. Crimson Typhoon. Didn't really have the chance to flourish. Died on the vine in the first wave in the Essential Jaeger reissue. All the kaiju they did. Otachi is pretty much the only one that really does stand out to this day as a shining example of unique body designs and what NECA can do. So, unfortunately, I have actually seen some folks in the different communities spread out saying, oh, looks like NECA's adding in some new joints that they haven't used before. I like those double elbows. You can watch my catalog of NECA reviews. The double elbow hinge is not new for NECA. A lot of the joints that are on there for Kong, admittedly, it's a humanoid figure, which is much different than Lizard Guy. But this is their A game. And whether you like it or not, Kong is a strange beast. He's a kaiju. So we know that NECA has the potential to bring what is, at solicitation, potentially figure of the year material. And since they started working with Pacific Rim in 2013, just now are they really getting there. Kong has more likes on Instagram than pretty much anything Godzilla related. I think the most that anything Godzilla related had just a little over half of what Kong has. I think, just from what I was skimming through. So with this being said, yes, Kong is absolutely fantastic. It's amazing. It's a great figure. I'm going to go ahead and give it probably a fantastic review as soon as I get it. It's going to go good. I already know that. Unless there's going to be a quality control issue. However, now NECA has put themselves in a place where they're about to expose all of their kaiju fans to just how good they can be. I'm talking Pinhead. I'm talking both of their Ultimate Michael Myers. I'm talking, let's even go so far as to say Candyman. Even though that's in the retro cloth line, that is still an amazing figure. When NECA does something really good, they do it phenomenally. And then we're gonna go to what's probably not their best game. So, kind of sounds like I'm being a Debbie Downer, but I'm trying not to be, because your move, NECA. I know you're going to be forced to take a little bit of a hiatus because Playmates apparently is doing something with the license and they want full game. That's fine. But when you come back, you've just given everyone a nice taste with Kong of what you can really do. You better keep it going. You better keep it going. All right. That's all that I have. So yeah, Kong's excellent, and I mean, that's pretty much proofs in the pudding that yes, Kong is indeed humanoid, but now everyone's gonna get a taste of just how good NECA can be, and they're good. And for kaiju, they haven't necessarily been. All right, so with that, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and do hit the bell because you need to know when videos go up. I will be getting some reviews up shortly. Going through some personal stuff. Don't really want to share too much of it. Can't really share too much of it, but it is what it is. And of course, to my patrons, thank you so much. All right, gonna go ahead and throw that end card up so you can maybe click on another video while you're waiting. All right. Catch you in the next video.